Just close your eyes, try not to scream. The night has come, it's Halloween.
Hello, this is Hall Staff and welcome to my workshop. Now, as you can see, we're not actually in my workshop. We're actually in the backyard as I'm putting together a lot of my props after a real successful Halloween. And I'm trying to take care of one of the really important things I feel, and that is to maintain all these props and get them in top shape before I put them away. If I have a prop that I felt wasn't working the way I liked, I wanted to change the programming, it was broken, I wanted to update it. I want to take care of that now before I put it away. The last thing I want is next October, so I'm pulling these things out, getting them ready for Halloween, and time is short to have to deal with some of these things. I want to take care of them now when I have a little bit more time and can think about it. So I thought we'd take a look at one of the props I did exactly that with this year. This is a prop whose electronics I felt needed to be upgraded, and we're going to take a little look at how the prop operates and some of the how I changed out the electronics to make things a lot easier, a lot quicker setup when things are ready for next year. So we'll take a look, see how this guy works, see what it makes him tick, and maybe give you a few ideas that you can incorporate into some of your props to use in your haunt next year. So let's take a look. Now, this was the setup I was using to control the programming of the prop prior to today. As you can see, quite a bit of electronics going on in there. I'm not even going to go through everything on how everything is connected, but it is a kind of a complex wiring setup. And then the PIR that I was using was a finicky model. It required a hack that I did do on it, but it also required that you had a 9-volt battery, which is a pain in the butt, and you know, took time when I was setting up, which I don't like to waste that time. So decided to upgrade it to one of my new boards, and we'll take a look at that now. Now, this is my simple prop controller. I use this for a lot of my different props. It allows me to have several inputs or an input and an output in using the PIR for my triggering mechanism, or I can add another trigger, which I did in this case, that controls the wiper motor. Also has a relay output there that the wiper motor is plugged into, plus a couple 12-volt outputs there that you can see. I've got a little LED spot set up right now. I'm going to be adding 2 of these. I'm out of green ones, so I just have a yellow one here for testing purposes. And then here's the little PIR that I use. This is what they look like when I get them from the shop. And we'll take a look at how I modify those just a little bit. This board also has the opportunity to add audio if I want. This header right here. I'm not using audio for this particular prop at this time, but if I want to add that, I can at a future date. So we'll take a look at one other thing that this still needs. This needs to be enclosed in a protective case. And we'll take a look at how I go about doing that as well. Now, putting these controllers into some kind of a protective case can be an expensive proposition. The boxes can be expensive, and so a lot of us have resorted to using Tupperware type style boxes or other plastic boxes, pencil boxes, and then modifying them for our use. And that's exactly what I've done with this box right here. And this box starts out as the box of one of my favorite servos. This is a 5685 digital servo that I use. I add them into these gearboxes, and that's how I animate a lot of my characters' arms and shoulder movements. And then this fits right into one of the channels, and you're getting a little bit of a preview of an upcoming project that I'm working on for one of my articles for Servo magazine. But I use these a lot, so I have a lot of these laying around, and my little prop controller fits right inside of them very nicely. So paint them black so they hide well, and then you can see I've cut some holes in, drilled some holes into them for my wires to go through. And when you're using these lightweight plastic boxes, they have a tendency to crack if you just use a drill. So what I do is drill a small hole, and then I use a step drill. And if you haven't had an opportunity to use these, I really recommend that you get a set. These are just a cheap set from Harbor Freight, but it leaves really nice clean holes. It doesn't break up the plastic boxes, and it works out real well. So that's how I do mine. I'll install that box in here with some double-sided tape, and all my wires will run through. Be nice and secure, and fairly water resistant, not waterproof. But if it's raining, my animatronic props are going to be coming in. So this is how I modify the PIR. I enclose these in a plastic case with a tube to allow me to aim the beam of the PIR to exactly where I want, so I know exactly where the people are when they're triggering my prop. So just a bunch of PVC connectors with some hot glue there to hold the wire in so it doesn't come disconnected. This works out really, really well. So let's take a look at how this prop actually works. I've had a lot of questions on this system, so let's take a look at the secret behind making this prop work. Now at the heart of this prop, it's controlled by or run by a wiper motor. That's what's providing the power. And you can see the linkage here. See if I can give you a little better look at how that linkage is attached. And then it comes up here. Where that PVC just pivots on the top of that half-inch metal piping there. So that's how it works, and we'll take a closer look at the mechanism here itself. Okay, at the heart of this mechanism is actually that bracket that is press fit onto the shaft of the wiper motor. It's just a piece of aluminum with the two ends bent over at 90 degrees with a little bit of taper so that that limit switch will slide up on there as that piece rotates. And as that limit switch comes up and the aluminum piece comes and makes contact, it closes the contact on that limit switch and tells the controller when to shut the wiper motor off. So there it told the controller to shut the motor off. The controller is set to pause here with the tombstone up so that you can see the character underneath. And after an amount of time, it then rotates over, closing down the tombstone until that limit switch once again tells the controller to turn it off. And now the prop will sit here. I've got a delay set before it can be re-triggered. Once that delay is covered and the PIR is once again tripped, the prop will be able to fire off again and activate. I hope you found this video helpful. It picked up a few ideas that you can use in your prop building. If you like what you saw, please go ahead and click the subscribe button. If you have any questions or thoughts on videos you'd like to see, please put them down into the comments. And if you'd like some more information, you can also check out my articles that I do for Servo Magazine on do-it-yourself animatronics. A lot of information there on the processes that I go through when I'm putting a lot of my props together. So until the next time, may the passion to build be with you.